All right, we're going to go directly to our guest line right now. Was very excited when one Mr. David White strolled in the studio today and said, hey, man, why don't we just get a former Celtic on after the big win last night? Why don't we get one of our very own Southside high school boys on, North Carolina Tar Heel boys on?
That's right.
And now we are pleased to go directly to the guest line right now and bring on Mr. Shammond Williams. Shammond, my friend, how we doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing fine, doing just great. Cannot complain.
Shammond,
how you doing?
Shammond, Will Boughton here. You know what Merritt forgot to realize is that Shammond Williams' real claim to fame is that he was a Hughes Middle School All-Star back in the day.
Wow.
Do you still have your jersey, Shammond, framed somewhere?
See, Will, you would be one of the only few to know about that Hughes Middle School tradition.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Well, Shammond, I know that you had to be first and foremost, excited for your cousin last night, Kevin Garnett, getting the win. And not to mention, Shammond, just talk about how KG has really, this series, he has probably shown everybody, listen, age is just a number, because I am playing basketball the way it's supposed to be played, whether you're 16, 26, or 36.
Well, it really shows you that you have to really work at your craft. It really shows that despite anybody's age, the game of basketball still has to be played. Unfortunately, the game of basketball has gone to athleticism, but we all know that athleticism alone doesn't get you where you want to go as a basketball player, as well as understanding the game, having an IQ, and being a student of the game really propels you beyond just an athlete.
All right, Shammond, tell us about Kevin Garnett and his personality off the court a little bit, because I'm watching him play. I've never met KG. His intensity is off the charts. I said earlier in the program that if my two boys would play basketball like him, I would be the proudest dad out there just because of his intensity. Now, I'd rather them not use the F-bomb, so much on the court. But, like, does he ever relax, or is he a chill person off the court? Help us there.
Well, I mean, when we were growing up, he was never the type of person, you look and you say like the F-bomb, but he was really never the type of person that would use that type of language, especially to get himself going. I think because you're playing against better athletes and you've grown accustomed to having to get yourself prepared or mentally into a game. I mean, everybody has their own type of thing. For him, it may be talking to himself. He uses, the type of language he needs to use to get himself going. It's not so much as trying to degrade the next person he's playing against. It's just something that he uses to get himself going. For me, it's classical music.
Wow.
Being relaxed that gets me focused. So it's not, if you could take away the language and those types of things, it's really not a bad thing. It's just something that he uses to get himself going. But once you're off the basketball court, you'll calm down and you'll handle things accordingly.
Shammond Williams joining us right now on our guest line. Glad to have him along with us. And by the way, glad to have Shammond Williams coming back to the Greenville area.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to you, Shammond, on your new endeavor. Going to be working for the Furman Paladins. Tell us how that transpired, and what is it going to be like going from player to now coach?
Well, for me, it's always been a focal point of future endeavors as being a coach. When you're a point guard, you are the coach. You're the coach on the floor. So I've always been the coach on the floor. So really, this being a coach is nothing new. I think the new part is being able to translate these things and give it to the kids and help them become the best student athletes that they can possibly become. It was something that Furman had an opening a few months ago, and they were interviewing people, and they heard that I was interested in getting into coaching, so they brought me down. Coach Bob Ritchie was real instrumental in me getting on the staff. He gave me a call. We talked. I was in Greenville. I'm always in Greenville every other week at least, and visiting family. So I went up to Furman, and I had the opportunity to speak with Coach Ritchie and Coach Jackson, and we had a great conversation. But at the time, they were already involved with another candidate, and And, he eventually got the job. So, 2 months later, that same individual chose to take a job at his alma mater. And, they called me immediately and asked me was I still interested in coaching. And I was like, sure, I'm extremely interested. And, he offered me the job. So I came down last Friday and, I spent some time up at the school, talked with the athletic director and with the coaches, and I filled out my paperwork and just was waiting on my background check to pass, and my background check passed yesterday. So I'm happy to have the opportunity to first and foremost be working with the Paladin staff, but it's also great to have the opportunity to be home. It's when I left Greenville 20 years ago, I was a kid that felt like I didn't get the respect that I deserved from the state of South Carolina, and to have the opportunity to come back and start my new career as a coach at my home is just a blessing from God.
Well, absolutely, Shammond. We're so excited to have you back. And the beautiful thing about respect is you weren't given it. I agree with you there. But the awesome thing is you earned it. You got it the right way. And so we've always loved following your career. I know you're just starting. What do we need to do to get the Paladins into the big dance of March Madness?
Well, you have to just start by working hard. And I'm not saying that they've never worked hard, but the most important thing, I think, as a player, you just want to work hard. And if you work hard and you do your best and you're unable to obtain the goals that you want to obtain, then you feel good about yourself, and at least you gave it your all. So, that's the first thing that I'm going to try to preach, and as well as skill development. Had the opportunity to work with some of the kids, and we're going to most definitely build up that skill and, give them the insight to what it takes, to play at a high level. The kids are great. They're extremely receptive. We have great staff. And I think that we're gonna do just well. We have a pretty young team, but the guys want to compete. So now it's just trying to give them the insights to certain things that I've been able to learn as a college player as well as a pro, and hopefully those things will help them become a better player as well as a better team, and hopefully it'll be great for the city of Greenville.
Absolutely. That's what we need.
Shammond Williams joining us right now on the guest line. Shammond, hey, I appreciate an awful lot you coming on with us. And, hey, man, I appreciate you getting back into it. I appreciate you taking your skill set. You talked about the craft early on. Your cousin Garnett last night talked about his craft last night. And it takes somebody like you to be able to make those kids understand you don't just show up to the gym and expect all your shots to fall. The craft does have to be cultivated. And, man, I just appreciate you an awful lot being able to come back and give back to these young kids.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's been, it's a great thing because actually I was doing some other things. I have a mental health center in Greenville where I work with kids with behavioral issues. The city of Greenville actually awarded me the Juanita Butler Center there in Greenville that I can do my services out of that center. So, I'm doing a partnership with the city of Greenville to try to get kids back into the city centers. There's a lot of resources and things like that the kids can use to help them become better students, to help with, issues if they have them. And, now to have the opportunity to be a coach at Furman, it's kind of like it just helps so much to be so involved in the community as well. My job has taken me away from the community for so many years. So, there's a lot of things going on now other than being a coach. But it's great to have the opportunity to let the kids see and the families of Greenville know that there's a lot of options and resources that not only myself are offering, but the city of Greenville and hopefully, being at Furman now, Furman, having that resource to try to get kids, academically inclined, that we can keep a lot of kids in the city of Greenville at, a great institution that we have there also.
That's fantastic. Shammond Williams has been our guest. Oh, by the way, Shammond, we got an email just in while we were playing. We're going to cue this up. This is from Kevin last night. Go ahead and play that for me real quick.
Go to bed.
Mike, back to you.
He said, "Go to bed, Boo Boo." Who was Boo Boo? Is Shammond
You
there?
asking me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a few boo-boos. I don't know who he was referring to, but he probably was talking about his daughter.
Okay, just making sure. That's what we were guessing. We're just like, we didn't know which boo-boo he was talking about. Hey, Shammond, man, it's awesome talking with you, brother. Thank you so much for spending just a couple minutes with us. Look forward to getting you back on the show real soon.
Well, hey, guys, now that I'm in Greenville, if you want to make this a weekly thing, I'm more than inclined to doing it.
You got it, brother. We'd love to have you. Thanks, Shammond.
All right. Well, take care. Tell your parents I say hello.
I'll do it.
All right, thanks.
All right.